Today we are going to learn about ratio and proportion. Let's see what is a ratio and how to find ratio. So let's take one example. So ratio is simply, example, if I take an alphabet A is to B, this is known as is to. If I write 9 is to 5, this is a ratio. This can be written as 9 upon 5 in the form of a fraction. If I have 13 is to 5, so this can be written as 13 upon 5. This is known as the first term or antecedent. This is known as the second term or consequent. So ratio is of same kind, of same quantity. It can be represented as a fraction. So let's solve one question and understand how to find a ratio. The units have to be same in order to find a ratio. For example, this is 5 kg and is to maybe 300 grams. So in order to solve this, so basically this is 5 kg. This is a bigger unit, kg, in comparison to grams. So if I want to write in terms of fraction, it will be 5 kg upon 300 grams. I cannot solve this before converting both the units. Okay, both have to be same. So 1 kg is 1000 grams, so I can write it as 5000 upon 300. I'll cancel this 0, this 0, this 0 and this 0, so I'll get 50 upon 3. So my final answer will be 50 is to 3. This is a ratio. I cannot simplify this ratio, so this is the answer. So you have to make sure that the units are same. If it is kg, then kg. One cannot be meter, the other cannot be centimeter. Both the unit has to be same, because ratios are comparison of same kind and the same unit. One cannot be length and the other cannot be like kg. Okay, so both has to be either be units of length or maybe unit of weight, and in that also the unit has to be same, kg, kg, grams, gram. You cannot have kg and grams. So let's solve one question. Let's say we have weight of two people, that is let's take the first person. His weight is 32 kg, and let the second person's weight be 36 kg. So if I want to find the ratio of first person is to that of second person, that will be nothing but 32 is to 36. That is nothing but 32 upon 36. Can I reduce it? Yes. Can I reduce it as can I convert it to a simple form? Yes, let's take the HCF of 32 and 36. So HCF is the number which is common in both and is the highest. So 4, let's divide this number by 4. So let's divide both of them, the numerator and the denominator. So when you divide this, okay, so you will get 8 upon 9, and the ratio will be 8 is to 9. So this is known as a ratio. See, 8 is to 9 is your ratio. This is not a ratio, it's a fraction. It's a fraction. Now I got the ratio of first person to that of the second person. What if I wanted the ratio of second person is to first person? The answer would have been 9 is to 8. Just reverse the numbers, that's it. Let's take one more example. Okay, for example, if the total number of students, okay, total number of students, okay, total students, I'll write down, total students are 500. Out of that, girls are, okay, the number of girls are 300. So we need to find, first we need to find the ratio of girls to that of boys, and second, boys to that of total number of students. Okay, first thing is, let's find the total number of boys. So in order to get the total number of boys, we have to subtract the girls from the total number of students. So that will be 500 minus 300, that is equal to 200. Now let's solve the first question, that is ratio of girls to that of boys. So the first word over here is girls, so it is 300 upon that of boys. So boys are what? Just now we calculated, that is 200. Cancel this 0, 0, that is 3 upon 2, that is nothing but 3 is to 2. So this is the ratio of girls is to boys. Let's solve the second question, that is boys to that of total number of students. So boys, we know it's 200 upon total is 500. Cancel the zeros, your answer is 2 upon 5, that is 2 is to 5. So this is your answer. This is the ratio of boys is to total number of students. So this is how you find ratio. Let's take few more examples and understand better. Let's find out the ratio of rupees 320 to that of rupees 400. Very simple question. You write down 320 upon 400. Cancel 0 and 0. You are remaining with 32 upon 40. Divide this number by 8. 8 fours are upon 5 da. The answer is 4 is to 5. Okay, let's solve one more question. 125 ml to that of 2 liters. So it will be 125 upon 2, but now see, it is ml and this is liters. Convert both of them to liters or convert both of them to ml. So now 1 liter is 1000 ml, so 2 liters will be 2000 ml. So I will directly write over here 2000. Now can I subtract or can I take a number which will divide both the numbers? Say I can start with the number 5, but 125 into, can I do that way? Yes. So let's take 5 if you want. Okay, 5 fours are these two zeros over here. 5 twos are is 10 and 25. Again you can divide by 5. This is 8s are 80 and 5s are. Again you can divide by 5. 5 ones are 5 threes are 5 ones are is 5 and 6. So you'll get 1 upon 16. So your ratio will be 1 is to 16. This is your answer. Next question, let's solve few more questions. Let's find the ratio of 6 months to 1 year 3 months. So 6 months is like directly I'll write down 6 upon 1 year 12. 1 year is 12 months. And this 3 months, that means in total there are 15 months. So I'll write 15 over here. Is there any number which can divide both of them? 6 and 15. Yes, 3. 3 will divide 6 and 15 because that is the HCF of both of them. So 2 upon 5. So answer is 2 is to 5. So that's the answer. So you can solve any type of question. You have to only make sure that the units are same, and then you just divide it and then reduce it. Okay, let's take an example which is very common. So the income of a person will be given. For example, the income of a person is rupees 12,600 per month. He spends rupees 9,000. The first question that will be asked is find the ratio of income to that of expenditure. Okay, the second type of question you might get over here is ratio of savings to that of expenditure. See, your expenditure and your spending is the same thing. Okay. Third, you might get a question like saving to that of income. Now let's solve. Let's solve and find out how to find the answers for all the questions. First of all, income is given to us. Whatever he spends, that's given to us. We don't know the saving part over here. So let's find how much he saves. So there's a formula for this. So income is equal to savings plus his spending or his expenditure. Okay, so income is given to us as 12,600. Savings we don't know, so we'll keep it as it is. Plus expenditure we know, our spending we know, that is 9,000. Now if you want to find saving, take this 9,000 that side. So it will be 12,600 minus 9,000. So it will be 3,600. That's rupees 3,600. This will be your savings. So I'll write it down over here. So saving is nothing but 3,600 rupees, 3,600. Now let's find each and every ratio now. Now this is very simple. The first ratio is income to that of expenditure. So income is what? 12,600 upon expenditure is my spending, so it's 9,000. Cancel the zeros first. So your remaining is 126 upon 90. Is there any number which can divide both of them? If you notice, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 6 is 9. So this number is divisible by 3. So 42 and this is 30. Can I divide this number by 2? Yes. So 21 and 15. Can I divide this number 21 and 15 by 3? Yes. 7 and 5. So I'll get the answer as 7 is to 5. Next question. What is the saving to that of expenditure? So second question is savings to that of expenditure. Saving is what? 3,600. So 3,600 upon expenditure is 9,000. So I'll just cancel this 0, this 0. So I'm remaining with 36 upon 90. So let's divide by 3. So I'll 1s are 2s are and this will be 30. Again divide by 3. So 4s are and 10s are. Now I can divide by 2, 2 and 5. So my answer is 2 is to 5. Let's solve the third part. I'll solve it over here. The third question. Saving to that of income. So what is the savings over here? Saving is 3,600. To that of income. Income is 12,600. This 0, this 0, this 0, this 0. Don't cancel this 6 and 6. Okay, it is different. So it's 36 upon 126. You can easily divide this number by 6. 6 6 are, 6 2s are and 1s are. You will get 6 is to 21. Can I further divide it by any number? Yes, you can divide by 3 2s are and 3 7s are. So answer is 2 is to 7. So this is how you solve a question in which income is given to you, the expenditure is given to you. First find the saving, then you can find whichever ratio they ask. Okay, in any order they ask, this divide it. Whichever word come first, that you have to put as your numerator. That's it. Okay, let's solve one more question. So ratio is a simple concept. Let's take one example in which you have to divide the money between two of them. For example, there is this amount. So question is like this: divide rupees 1050 between Mona and Kunal in the ratio of 4 is to 3. Now this amount, that is 1050, has to be divided in the ratio of 4 is to 3. Now see, Mona's name is first. That means 4 represents or belongs to Mona. That means 4 parts belongs to Mona. 3 parts they belong to Kunal. okay, because Kunal's name is second. So 4:3 means Mona 4 parts and 3 parts Kunal. Now how do we solve this question? How do we split this money in, that is 1050, between 4:3? So from here there are two ways to solve. First way is, what is the total of their ratio, that is 4 plus 3, that is 7, correct? Now let's see how much Mona is getting. So Mona is getting 4 parts, just now we saw it is 4, out of how many total, that is 7. 4 out of 7. What we need to divide is the amount, that is 1050. Okay, now can we divide anything over here? Yes, 7 ones are 7 ones are 7, this will be 35, so 50. So if we calculate the amount, 154 times 154 times is nothing but 600, so rupees 600. So Mona will be getting rupees 600 out of 1050. Now let's find out what Kunal is getting. So Kunal is getting 3 parts, because I mentioned 3 upon total is 7 parts, but of what? The entire money. Same thing, 7 ones are 150s are 3 into 150, 3 times, that is 450. This is what Kunal is getting. But there's one more way to find the amount of Kunal. Over here we knew the amount that Mona is getting, that is 600. Total we know is 1050. If we subtract what Mona is getting, we will get what Kunal will be getting, because see, the total will be equal to Mona plus Kunal. So we know total, we know Mona, so you subtract it from 1050, you will get the amount that Kunal is getting. There's one more way in which you can solve the same question. Let me show you that method. So in this method you find out what's the value of one part. So we know that the total is 4 plus 3, that is 7 parts, okay. We have to find the value of one part. So see, 7 parts, they are equal to the entire amount, right? That is 7 parts is equal to 1050. We have to find for one part, so we don't know that, so just cross multiply. So 7 into x is equal to 1 into 1050, so that is nothing but 7x is equal to 1050. X is equal to, take the 7 that side, so 1050 upon 7. 7 ones are 5s are 0. So the value of 1, so one part, so value of one part is 150. Now let me know the ratio is 4:3, that means 4 is Mona's part and 3 parts belong to Kunal. So 4 parts, if one part is 150, 4 parts will be 4 into 150, correct? That is 600. One part is 150, 3 parts will be 3 into 150, that is 450. Any method you solve, in both you will get the same answer. I hope this method was like easy to understand. There are two methods, a different type of question you can get, a different way to solve questions on the ratio. So one more type of question that you will get is simplify, like simplify the ratios. The question will be like this: 1 upon 15 is to 1 upon 25. Now it might look very difficult to solve, how to solve such a question. Now we have denominators and we have fractions. The best way is, take the LCM of the denominators. So the LCM of 15 and 25, which is that one number which will divide, like which comes in the table of 15 as well as 25. The LCM is 75. So whatever is your LCM, you just multiply with both the fractions, that is 75 into 1 by 15 is to 75 into 1 by 25. 15 ones are 15 into what gives me 75. 15 fives are 25, ones are 25, threes are. So what is remaining over here is 5 is to 3. So 5 is to 3 is the answer. Let's solve one more question and you'll understand this concept really well. So let's take one more example. So let's see if the question is 2 1 by 3 is to 3 1 by 2. Now how to simplify this? First of all, it's a mixed fraction, convert it to an improper fraction. 2 3s is 6 plus 1 7 upon 3 is 2 7 upon 2. Now we need to take the LCM of 3 and 2, that is 6. So the LCM of 3 and 2, that is 6. You just multiply it on both the sides. 3 ones are 3 twos are. So here we'll get 14 is 2. 2 ones are 3s are. That is 21. Can I divide it or reduce it by any number? So right now this is like this, 14 upon 21. Yes, by 7. 7 you divide this number. We'll get 2 by 3. But you write it in the form of a ratio. So 2 is to 3 is the answer for this question. I hope this question was clear. So you can solve any type of question in the ratio. Just convert it, take the LCM, and then you can solve or find the ratio. So let's solve one more question, variation of this question. You might get a question like this. The ratio in the simplest form is 5 is to 9. If its antecedent if its antecedent is 35, find its consequent. So the ratio is given 5 is to 9. See, 5 is to 9 is nothing but 5 upon 9. See, antecedent is my first term, okay? So they have mentioned the first term this time over here, it is 35 in the question. I don't know what is the numerator, that is the consequence. See, consequent is nothing but denominator, sorry, the denominator. So I don't know this. There are two ways to find the answer. The first way, 5 into what gives you 35? That is into 7. So you do the same thing, that is into 7. That is your answer, that is 63. That's the first way, okay? Second way is you just cross multiply. So 5 into x is equal to 9 into 35. I want to find x, so take 5 that side. X is equal to 9 into 35 upon 5. 5 ones are 5 sevens. What is remaining is 9 into 7, that's 63. So either you look at the question and see into what it gives, or you cross multiply. By any method you will get the same answer. Okay, one last question before we stop. You need to divide one amount, that is you need to divide rupees 2600 among A, B and C, okay, in the ratio of 1 by 2 is to 1 by 3 is to 1 by 4. The step number one, see, always when you get a fraction in the form of ratio, this is a fraction 1 by 2, 1 by 3. I don't want that. I want one proper number. So the method remains the same. That is, take LCM of the denominator. That is LCM of 2, 3 and 4. What is the LCM of 2, 3 and 4? A number which can divide, like 2 can also divide, 3 can also divide and 4 can also divide. Okay, it is 12. So you just multiply 12 with every fraction now. So we are doing this in order to get rid of the denominators. Okay, we don't want fractions, we want normal numbers. So 2 ones are 6 are, 3 ones are 4 are, 4 ones are 3s are. So what we are getting is 6 is to 4 is to 3. Now this is normal question. Now there are the A is getting, this is A part, right? Because A alphabet is mentioned first. It's A part. 4 parts belong to B and 3 parts belong to C. Now let's find how we have to divide it among all of them, right? So let's take first what is A share. Okay, so A share will be equal to 6 parts. So let's find the total number of parts first. So total will be nothing but 6 plus 4 plus 3, that is 13. So A's share will be 6 part out of 13, and what we need to divide is 2600. See, 13 ones are 13 twos are, and is 0. 6 into 2 is 12 and this 0. So A is getting 1200 rupees. Let's find what is B's part or B's share. So B is getting 4 parts out of the total remains the same, 13 into 2600. Ones are 200s are. Let's multiply this, that is 800. Let's find what is C's part, that is 3 out of 13 into 2600. 13 ones are, 13 twos are. This is nothing but 600. This is how you find the different shares. So always remember, first thing is convert this fraction part into proper numbers by taking the LCM. Once you get the LCM, just multiply it with each and every fraction. Once you do that, you will get proper numbers. Once you get proper numbers, just take individual numbers and divide by the total number of parts into whatever you have to divide. This is how you solve the question. So I'll give you one question as a practice question. Please let me know the answer in the comment section. Your question is, first find the ratio of 750 grams to that of 2 kg, and second, divide rupees 1155 among A and B in the ratio of 7:4. Please let me know the answer for the first question and the second question. Just pay attention, the first question, are the units same? And if they're not, what you need to do? In the second question, two ratios are given, the proper numbers are given, you just have to take the part upon the total and find the answer. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe.